All right, think we are live. We're gonna find out in 1 sec. Yes, we are live. All right, so we're breaking down the intro and subsequently the chorus of Atomic City, the new song by U2. Check it out if you want to buy the tab. We have it below, or become a member and you get like 10 tabs a month. All right, so a couple things right away with this song is I notice there's video breakdowns. Everyone's playing it a little bit different. They might be going off of the live video. He plays it a little bit differently live. He plays it a little bit differently in the music video. Via the studio recording, this is what it sounds like it's going on. You know, maybe I'll have a chat with Nick and just see if he'd fret it a little bit differently. One thing I think people are missing is that lower note happening quite a bit in the riff. I've seen some people play everything in the same position right here. So this is how we wrote it out. I think it's pretty accurate. We're pretty good at that, but like I said, we could be wrong, and we'll go from there if we are. So he's using a couple different techniques, and he's either got like a nice distortion or overdrive going on. But right away, what you notice is he could pick those all, but he can't hit 7 and 0 at the same time. So most likely he's doing like a hybrid picking there. The song is swung as well, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. And this is a little bit above my skill set. I should say sight reading it's a little bit above my skill set, just with that 1, 2, 3, and having to do that, as you can hear, I missed that. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. I mean, I would probably do it like that, but I'm guessing I'm not going to use fingers for all that. You could. 1, 2, 3, and. So what I need to work on is being consistent with that right there. Third finger on the third string. So I'm going to try not to use my finger to hybrid pick that one. And I'm keeping a clean sound right now so I can just focus on what I'm doing right and wrong. So I'm going to ignore that offbeat on the end of 4 and just see if I can play this idea at 90. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Even though I said I wasn't going to play it that way. 1, 2, 3, and. So what I notice is, I think I'm going to play it that way. Because otherwise my pick gets stuck on that offbeat right there, or off the second string, and it's tough for me to go. You know, the Edge is a better guitarist than I am by far, so maybe it's easy for him. I think for me the most natural way to play it is pick, finger, finger. You know, maybe that's what he's doing. If he's doing that string combination anyway, you know, maybe he is doing a little bit of hybrid picking. And oftentimes what'll happen is he's changing it when he plays it live, but maybe there'll be some videos down the road where you can actually see how he's fretting it and he's playing it exactly how the studio album is played. But at least gives you an idea. I like that the best. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. All right. Kind of debating how. Oh, let me move that F chord to that downbeat. Just going to work on getting one measure done down at a time and go from there. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and 4. gotta make sure I'm swinging it too. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. So I'm keeping it a little straight when I'm trying to put that all together. You know, and that's why this is a live guitar practice. It's not a live play this perfectly, which the goal is to get it close as I can. And down the road, it will be better. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. You know, and this is what I would do to just jog my brain on getting that swing throughout. And 4 and 1 and 2. And then 1, 2, 3, and that's better. 1, 2, 3, and. All right, now let's see if I can do that swing with the metronome. If not, I need to slow it down. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. 3 and 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Since he's kind of bleeding into the next measure or the next chord shape in that measure, let's try to figure that out. So he's going kind of this C or F chord shape. I'm thinking he's got to play it like this because eventually he needs to lift up a finger, I think. We'll figure it out. 1. All right, that's and 1 and. So it's all on the offbeat. And. So, and, all right, I'm gonna play it like this. And 4, and I'm gonna try to play that with the pick. Nope, I'm gonna play it hybrid. So it's and I like doing that 3 as an upstrum, so it's and 4, and that is hard for me. And 4, and. So I think if I put this together like from, that's not gonna work. So maybe beat 3. So I kind of have like a little bit, and I can just tell you with everything going on, let's just go to 80. And just try to get a small part of this phrase done. So like, and then maybe the chord change to F. We'll just see how natural it feels. 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can tell you already, not gonna be able to play it. 1 and. So I oftentimes have this issue where, you know, I'm changing on the end of 4 from the measure before. And I like to learn stuff in small loops, a small measure at a time, and this is going to throw me off. So I'm going to try to go back to the A minor. And. So maybe I'll be able to put that all together. I could hear myself just starting to stumble before I even got started on the last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. So, I mean, you can hear that rhythm going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and. So if this was in a typical lesson, you know, I teach a lot of guitar lessons, I would take the time and like, okay, you know, here's our chords. Let's understand what's going on with these. That's your first chord, second chord, third chord, fourth chord, back to an F, maybe some variation of that, and then last chord. Played differently, but you get the point. And make sure the student has that. So kind of learning this in this live format, it's like, okay, well, what can I play right now in the half hour or so that I have to do this? And you can see me, you know, trying to tackle all of it is throwing me off. And maybe I'm making excuses. All right. Let's slow it down. And pick my battles. So even though I have the first measure highlighted, I'm really going to focus on just getting that 3 in, but put in the right spot this time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. And okay, I gotta remember how I want to play it. So it's and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2. All right. Sometimes slowing it down to nothing is the answer. So if I can ignore 3, 4, 3, and just get that down. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's me showing off. Which is not impressive, but me trying to put it all together. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and even though I was counting the wrong numbers. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Gotta count that right. And 4 and 2 and 3. 1, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 4 and 1 and 2. So you see me having to do the mental gymnastics of trying to count it right because it throws my brain off when I'm counting a 1, but it's on the third beat of the measure. And again, if it was on the off beat, I probably wouldn't have to struggle so much. But who knows? It's me. Okay, let's just keep going. And getting a little mental break is good. So you can kind of hear the ideas coming together. Sometimes you can hear me slip out of the swing, back into the swing. Let's try to do all 4 measures and see if that helps. Or all 2 measures and see if that helps me. And 2 and 3 and 2 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Yeah, that's too much for me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, and I'm I do play it better when I'm counting it. I don't want to count it every single time because I find that annoying, and you probably find that annoying too. Just trying to get the groove into my head and get the idea of it. But hopefully, you know, if you're an accomplished guitarist, it's going to be an easy riff for you. If you're newer to guitar, you're going to be like, okay, this is how I would approach it as well. You know, spending time figuring out the chords, getting that rhythm down, getting it into your hands. You know, if I come back tonight and have time to learn or play this again, I'm going to approach it, I wouldn't say completely differently, but I'm going to approach it with more understanding, and my fingers are not going to spend, 5 minutes getting acclimated to it. I'm going to be able to jump right in. Which is why you should practice all the time. All right, I only have about 10 minutes left, so let's try to play the last two measures just so I can get something accomplished and feel like I have something accomplished. So he's then going to that D, and that D is now on the downbeat. Same rhythm as the A minor chord. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and playing that wrong. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he does the hybrid on the 3, where before he put it on the end of 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and. I hope you guys all like hearing me sing count the whole time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That was actually right. Okay, then he's moving to that F, 3, 5. And I'd probably play that F as an up strum. And then so you gotta see that as a new chord. Oh, maybe he'd go. Makes the most sense, because then I'm mostly prepared to play that. Yeah. And I can tell by having to put it all together right now. So maybe he's actually playing it like that. So that F chord is, hopefully I can remember this when I practice next. That F chord is looking like that. First finger, third finger, third finger. First finger, third fret, third fret. Then he's ready to go to the G. Man, I am not good at this yet, which is okay. That's why we practice. Hurts my brain. So those 4 measures are difficult for me to play. Let's do it again. Just do it a couple more times, and then you can start to hear what's going on. You can start to hear what the beat's supposed to sound like, and then you need to work on it, and so do I. And you can hear me do a little bit better without metronome, because I don't have to think about playing it perfectly in time. I always want to play the 4th string on that last one. Nope. And a lot of this live series is supposed to be showing the weakness, showing that, the first time you approach guitar on a new song, you're not going to be good. I'm not making excuses, but I'm saying, like, everyone has to put the work in and practice to get to the place where you can sight read something or you can play a song well. So I'm going to play this one over and over again on live until I can play it. and show you that it's possible within 3 or 4 days of learning. I shouldn't say learning new techniques, but putting techniques into use that I might not use all the time. I don't do hybrid picking every single time I play. These chord shapes are different for me. And where he's putting the hybrid picking in, swing. So the song has, I mean, just this riff alone, not even the rest of the song, has 3 or 4 different techniques that we're utilizing. So practice it. If you get it before me, send me a video, show off, and send it my way. You can find us on Twitter. If you want the music, download it. There's a link below. And thank you guys very much for your time.